This channel is made possible by viewers like you. My viewers, subscribers, and patrons greatly help to keep this channel going. I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for all of you. Please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any uploads. And if you'd like to go the extra mile, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you'll get access to what I'm working on, previews of upcoming content, and even early videos, along with other tier options for those that are interested. Thank you, and now on to the video. So I just started playing a new Souls-like. Well, it seems like there are so many of these types of games released today. I will have to admit, even if the game ends up being familiar, as long as it's fun, that's really all I end up caring about. For me, I enjoy the grind aspect to these games, and especially to help give me a leg up. It can help a player like me who has a very low skill level for this genre, but I generally enjoy playing them. Plus, when done well, exploration is really satisfying, especially when levels start to circle back to previous ones and you unlock those shortcuts. This always has a fun feeling to it. I am finding this new Souls-like Deathbound to be pretty good. It has both some interesting elements and a lot of familiar ones, but most importantly, it's fun. Deathbound operates a bit like how you would expect. You use stamina for all your attacks. Resting at spots results in enemies coming back and all that. Pretty much everything is out to kill you. One of the interesting twists is how your stamina and health bar are sort of tied to one bar. It's an interesting system, and I'm unsure how I feel about this one, whether it was a good idea to pair them or have them traditionally separated. I really like the exploration. The environments are dark and deadly. Things have this mixture of past and present to them, with an element of twistedness. It kinda reminds me of the stuff I'd see in the Remnant games. Simply put, I like going through these environments. There's plenty of rewards and things to find and earn. Experience is earned through kills, and then you can level up back at the rest spots. One thing I haven't played around with much is with the morphing or character switching. This is an interesting concept and one that I want to explore more, because this might be the first Souls-like where you can actively switch classes like this on the fly. This is part of the uniqueness that adds to this Souls-like. I do need to mention that the opening moments of this game are pretty poorly paced. I found myself losing interest because the game was taking way too long to get to the main gameplay bits. Once the opening is over, it's more business as usual, and honestly, the good stuff begins. It was at this point that I was having a good time with it. I think overall Deathbound is a pretty good Souls-like. There's a bunch of that been there type of thing to it, and I really do think that the opening moments could be paced a lot better. It's a bit too slow that I found myself losing interest, instead of actually wanting to get more involved with the world. Thankfully, when you are in the gameplay, much of the design is familiar, but it is good. Fun combat, exploration, and the morphing system is pretty interesting, in that you have different classes at your fingertips that you can change too. While I had some issues with the opening, things got better, and fortunately stayed that way. I do have an odd observation. The game doesn't seem to have co-op, yet it is always on when you are in the menus. Why not a more traditional pause feature considering that this doesn't have any online stuff? Maybe there is online stuff and I missed it. If that is the case, then ignore this last bit. Deathbound is fun, and if you like this type of game, you might want to give it a look. Have you heard of or played Deathbound? Let me know in the comments down below. If you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out my Patreon page. For just $1 a month, you can help to keep this channel going strong, and this allows me to be able to do more for my awesome audience. Please check out the links in the description and pinned comment for ways to support the channel. And most of all, thank you very much for watching.